Making sense of as long as in English requests. Hello, English learners. Welcome to another exciting video. Today, we're diving deep into the world of conversational English, specifically focusing on accepting requests. Our core focus in this video will be on the condition-based phrase, as long as. Yes, we'll be using as long as to conditionally accept requests. Sounds interesting? Let's get started. The phrase, as long as, is often used in English conversation to express a condition that must be met before a request can be accepted. It's a way of saying, I'll do this, provided that something else happens or is true. An example of its use can be, sure, I can lend you my car as long as you fill up the gas. In this sentence, the speaker is willing to lend their car on the condition that the other person fills up the gas. In everyday conversation, as long as is often used to negotiate conditions. Here are some examples. 1. You can stay out late as long as you're back by midnight. 2. I'll help with your project as long as it doesn't interfere with my schedule. 3. You can borrow my book as long as you return it by Friday. As you can see, the speaker accepts the request but puts a condition that the listener has to fulfill. Now it's time for us to practice. Here are a few scenarios. Try to create sentences using as long as. 1. Your friend wants to borrow your bicycle, but you want them to fix the flat tire. 2. Your sibling wants to use your laptop, but you want it back in 2 hours. 3. Your colleague wants to have lunch with you, but you want them to choose a vegetarian restaurant. Remember, practice makes perfect. So, try to use as long as in your daily conversations. Well, that wraps up our video on as long as in conditional acceptance of requests in English. Remember, as long as is a very handy phrase to put conditions on your agreement. It's a fantastic tool to add to your English speaking skills. Thank you for joining us today, and keep practicing as long as in your English conversations. Stay tuned for more exciting topics in English learning. Happy learning!